Hello everyone and welcome to my place on the internet, where I am your host, Peter aka the MuttonChopGuy, where I jump into the sprawling world of manga to talk about a niche genre within it, known as Komi, or Bara. But this time around, covering a video game. See, I changed up my intro.
Oh my god, that was so funny!
I certainly hope you guys have been enjoying yourselves in the month of April. As for me, it was my birthday month. So I actually got to enjoy a quiet day on my birthday while I was working on this script. But I also have to give a special shout out to one of my loyal viewers of this channel because they sent me something. Even though this wasn't intended to be a birthday gift, I'm going to accept it as such by gifting me the essential Bible of Bara manga, which I am so happy to see this. I honestly, I'll certainly tell you this. I've been trying to get my hands on this thing for a while. And unfortunately, every time I go to try to buy it, it was either sold out or it was just super expensive that I did not have the money for it. So thank you so much, Phoenix, for sending me this. I highly appreciate it. This thing is a gorgeous piece of work. A lot bigger than I thought compared to normal size manga books, but this one's like a coffee table book, which I'm totally okay with. I really was not expecting that. I honestly thought it was going to be the size of a manga book. Just putting that out there. Cool. Yes, so what is it this time around that I'm going to be covering? Well, going back to my schedule before I had the unfortunate disruption to my life that I've now put myself back on track. I'm going to continue on with the games that have been recommended to me by the developers themselves. So we're going back to another game so I can cover it this one. And this time around, we're going to be covering one called Wet Dream Spa, made by Xlyph. I think that's how you pronounce it. We're gonna go with that. I would say Mr. X, but then that's just too generic in my opinion. But yes, this is the game that you can purchase on Steam, and this person also has a Patreon for other special features that we'll be getting into. So let's go ahead and go and do that right now. The game begins with showing our main character, you. Yes, that's right, the character you play is called you. It isn't spelled like you would see from an Asian dialect, it's the English spelling. Why can't you name the character yourself is beyond me, but let's not get too hung up on it. You just got done working a long shift at work and you're looking for some fun tonight. So where do you go? The new place called Wet Dream Spa, of course.
Yeah!
So you head out on the town to find this place, and you meet plenty of funny NPCs with references to certain shows and genres, like this cat who asks if you want to be a magical transformation girl, or the movie theater with references to classic movie titles like Yasferatu or Titanic 8. How did we manage to get an additional 7 sequels to the most tragic ocean liner disaster in history? Speaking of which, where is our Jaws 19 movie that was promised to us?
What does that have to do with me?
No. He's got a point.
While you run around trying to find this place, you also run into a police officer who already pegs you as a troublemaker. How can you assume that when all I do is walk down the street? Well, anyways, you find the spa, you enter into it, and the first person you get to speak to is Xlyph, the game creator. Well, at least it's not an obscure self-insert, just a literal one. Which, hey, if you're going to do that, go all the way or don't go at all. You then head over to the changing room to change out of your clothes into nothing, and begin your wild adventure of exploring the spa with many rooms filled with men in full exposure. Or at least the exposure an 8-bit pixel art game can reveal with its limited detail. Your goal is to collect all art pieces found throughout the spa and to speak with every custom character that rewards you with the best currency a game like this can give. Peaches and eggplants. Yes! Now this may sound like a very simple goal to accomplish, and it truly is, until you find out that you don't have a map to keep track of where you are and how to get to the locations in the spa. Unless you draw that map yourself. However, some characters are only accessible in the VIP area, which becomes available to you when you have collected all the characters in the main stage of the game. and then certain characters require items in order to add them into your collection. You buy these items with peaches and eggplants. However, some of these items can be found with other means since they can be very expensive in certain areas of the game, which the characters who require said items will give you clues on where to find them for cheap, or even free, if you read carefully.
Oh.
And lastly, there are hidden areas in this game that you can find rather easily if you have played games from the OG NES era of retro gaming, with hidden doors or wall tiles that you can open with explosives. Just for the record, this game does not give you explosives. I'm just referencing a gaming feature from that time period. Yet the characters you collect in this game come in a wide variety of shapes and sizes and, species? Why does it feel difficult to find proper terms for things like this? Well anyways, you find plenty of humans, but you also find mystical creatures like elves, furries, orcs, zombies, aliens, and a pixel guy who is clearly a reference to the missing No in Pokemon. Gotta love the reference.
Why are you so old?
The interesting part about the characters is that some are from other countries and some are special guests of real internet personalities. I don't know who any of these people are, but that's mostly due to me not using Twitter at all, and Blue Sky is something I use the least. No shade really, just not a person who uses a lot of social media. We'll get back to this part later. The game ends in two ways. You either collect everything and get a nice little message from the creator about adding more content in the future, or you go outside of the spa with no clothes on and the police officer arrests you. The game intends to give you an option to get out of jail, but that isn't in this current iteration yet. And that's the game.
Yes.
So in terms of gameplay, there isn't much going on mechanics wise. You get the moving left, right, jumping, and a catch-all action button. At least navigating in this game was entertaining for me with the platforming model because it gave some level of a challenge in terms of timing your jumps. Then you have the items you need to find for certain characters. It does add a level to the game's challenge scale, but if you just manage to read the clues the collectible characters say, then it's a breeze. It's not often you get clues from the background characters littered throughout the spa, but they do come in handy when they do. The only issues I ran into while playing this game is how easy it is to get lost and turned around inside the spa, and finding art pieces that I already found since it doesn't make it easier to denote that. So, if there's anything I would suggest to the creators of this game, I suggest two things. 1. Give the players a map that just helps them navigate the spa better. 2. Have something that denotes the art pieces that have already been added to your collection with something like a check mark on the wall piece itself, or on the map if you add that. I only say the second one since my server members got a bit frustrated when I was playing it in my server because they were being as helpful as possible with assisting me in collecting them all. I know that this game is going to be expanded with updates, so it will behoove the developers to give the players some tools that just help with things like that to streamline player navigation. I also hope that this game adds something more to give the players to do in terms of gameplay, or add collectible CGs of different playtime encounters with the collectible characters. Maybe even animated ones to give good incentive to play this game.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Speaking of these things, let's move on to the art and the characters since a lot of the art covers them as well. The art for the gameplay is 8-bit pixel akin to the olden days of playing Game Boy games. At least for me, this is what it reminds me of such. There's nothing wrong with that in my opinion, as I like saying something like this to remind me of how far we have come from the early days of gaming. Call me nostalgic for it, but I do like the simplicity when it's fun to play it. Not trying to discount developers who want to create complexity in their games, and I would encourage it if that's what you want to put into your game. I just like a nice balancing act when it comes to gameplay and streamlining it to create an easement of immersion. Sometimes keeping things simple lets you go deep into other aspects that players will enjoy. Just food for thought for any aspiring developer.
You're not my dad!
Now, the character designs outside of the pixel art are actually really good. You definitely see where the talent of this game resides in, and there is a lot of variety here that anyone can find something that they will enjoy. For my top favorite characters for their designs are as follows. Robert, he's bald, he's bulky, and how can I say no to that alluring smirk? Hunter, because orc. Roger, because military veterans stick together. Barry, because we stand bears in this house.
We know, we know, we know.
Now to the special guest characters you will find in this game. You have two sets of guests, special guests and patron guests. Why is this important? Because you too can be a part of this lineup in the next update. How can you do that? By supporting the creators on their Patreon, of course. Link in the description. And you can also get a special feature with having an anatomical model of yourself to be placed on the wall of the Glory Hole Gallery. Yeah, this is a thing, and I can't believe I actually did this bit. Sorry. Overall, this is a simple game that gives you enough content while it's in its infancy at the time of this recording. If you have fond memories of playing the Game Boy generation of retro games, then this game may bring that same warm and fuzzy feelings while giving you something more mature in terms of your proclivities and content. This game is getting updates, and if you want to be a part of the guests you see in this game, then don't hesitate to check out the Patreon for more details. At least buying the game is basic level of support you can give to see this game develop with the amount of potential it has to become something special. And that is it. That is all I have to say about this one. It is a very interesting game. I honestly thought it was a lot of fun to play in my server with a lot of my members. They had a lot of fun with us playing it. I will certainly say when it came to the missing no reference guy and having it speak in Morse code, I haven't had to use Morse code from my military days in like over 10 years, so I was really rusty, but we managed to figure out what the character was saying. There's a lot of interesting stuff in here. There's also like a thing called the maze, where you find a very interesting character at the end of said maze, so tell me if you actually remember that kind of reference, and it just goes to show how old I am. Jeez.
Okay, boomer. Thank you.
But yep, that's pretty much all I have to say. I certainly hope you enjoyed what I had to say in this video. If you did like what I did in this video, what I talked about, please don't hesitate to do the usual stuff that people say on social media. Like this video, comment on this video, share the video about so other people can see it. And if you like it even more, you can also consider subscribing to my channel for more videos that are coming down the pipeline. I have another manga that I'm going to get ready to start working on the script for that one. I have another game that has been recommended by the developer to please review it. I'm just going down my list, and I'm hoping I can get through them a lot faster than it usually takes me, since I pretty much have them set in stone type deal. But yes, you also have one awesome opportunity to support me even further if you want to by donating to me on Ko-Fi. And links are all in the description. Please don't also hesitate to follow me on any of the socials, because for some reason the notification stuff going on YouTube is a little wonky. I've had people who said that they have the notification bell on full active and they're still not getting recommended my videos. So follow me on my other socials to just keep tabs on that, because I make sure that I put them out over there. So yep, that's pretty much it. I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all for your support, and I hope to catch you guys all in my next video. Bye-bye.